You know the way. You know what it is that you need to do. Trust your intuition. Trust your higher power. You got a lot of parts moving here, but you just have to trust yourself. Is it going to be work? Is it going to be a struggle? Yes, it is. Don't forget, you cannot pour from an empty cup. So don't forget to fill your own cup, right? You are not 100% if your cup is half full, right? And there's nothing wrong with putting other people ahead of you should that circumstance require that. But just know that you have to fill your own cup too. You're important too. You need to put yourself on the same level as everybody else. Being selfless is not selfish. It's called self care and self love. Okay? Hello and welcome to your weekly tarot focus. Let's get some guidance. Spirit. What guidance? I just saw the synchronicities card again. Lots of synchronicities. Paying attention to what's going on around us, seeing the signs. What guidance do you have for the collective, please, Spirit, with this Cosmic Journey Oracle deck? You cannot pour from an empty cup. One of my favorite cards, number 35, which is an 8, which is the Strength card, right? You can't pour from an empty cup. You can't, I grabbed this first. You can't give if you don't have anything within you, right? I guess you can, but it's not genuine, right? If you're depleted, then you're giving emptiness. I don't know how else to explain that. So just make sure you pour love into yourself, right? Okay, that one wanted to come out. It's the Staff. 51, which is a 6, which is the Lover's card, which is a choice. And it's also balance, right? So we want to balance these things. We want to balance the love that we take in and the love that we give out. Don't deplete yourself. Don't give and give and give and not receive anything in return. Caveat that, make sure that you're understanding that I'm not saying that you're giving in order to receive. That's not what I'm saying at all. We give from our heart. We give from the need to want to share in love, but we have to be able to receive also, or be open to the receive, right? Some people might not give back. Maybe they can't. Maybe they're working on that too, right? So let's see make sure these are right side up. Spirit, what guidance do you have for the collective? What does the collective need to focus on, please, for this week? Okay, how are you showing up? The High Priestess, right? So you have potential, right? There's unlimited potential right here. You know what you're supposed to do. You have the knowledge and experience. It's all within you. You just have to trust your intuition. You have to trust that what you're doing is aligned with what you want. And it could very well be that you want to do something new. I'm hearing you want to do something new, and you might be worried that it's not in line. It could be something different, right? It could be a new way of doing something. But trust your intuition. Trust your higher self. If your higher self is nudging you in that way, then go for it, right? And if it doesn't go exactly as planned, then change your mind, right? Sorry, I'm messing with my hair because I got my hair done and it's a lot shorter than I wanted it to be. Okay, your challenge is the 7 of Wands. That's setting boundaries, right? And in this picture, she's sitting there and she's grounded, right? She's sitting with her legs folded, her arms in front of her. She has her hands in front of her heart. Her eyes are closed. She's aligning her head and her heart. So balance yourself, right? Take the time to set those boundaries. I just heard safe. What's safe for you? How do you feel safe? What is in your best interest, right? Your recent past is the Tower. Okay. So I can see why setting boundaries could be a challenge right now. So the Tower is sudden change, right? It's not always something that's bad, right? Sudden change, the fact that it's sudden could be bad, or it was most likely bad because maybe you weren't prepared for it. But the change isn't always bad. Change is good. Change is necessary, right? At times. So, but maybe you were startled by it, and maybe that's why that challenge of setting those boundaries is there. We'll get clarification on that, but I'm feeling like the unsurety, right? Like I said earlier, but just make sure you balance yourself, right? Make sure you're pouring into your own cup, right? What is your near future? Is the Chariot, which is movement, right? So we have 3 major arcanas right now out of 4. That's major activity, right? That's major energy going on. So this is a time of big energy. And right now you have, I believe, Mars, is in retrograde in Cancer, right? So that's about home. That's about nurturing, right? That's about us. And so that could be the confusion, right? And maybe I'm hearing this. This could be not be for everybody, but a lot of us in this collective are about doing things for others, and we don't always doing things for ourselves. And yeah, there's some of us that think maybe we don't deserve it, which we need to change that mindset, right? But I think a lot of a lot of the collective probably thinks that they need to balance that, right? Which you do, but you also need to put yourself on the same level as everybody else. Don't put yourself below, right? You're just as important as everybody else, and so your needs are important too. Of course, there are exigent circumstances where you're going to put somebody else first, and that's understandable. But make sure you always put yourself first, also, right? Because you're important too, and you're your own lifeblood, right? You have to support yourself, if that makes sense. And your overall energy is the Page of Wands, right? So it's this new thing, right? This is new. This setting your boundaries, right? Trusting your intuition, um, moving forward with these new ideas, right? This Chariot is always moving forward. That's Aries. And Aries, because it's driven by the Emperor, that Aries is what's best for me, right? And it's not in a selfish way, it's in a selfless way. It's in a way that, I don't know if you heard that, but Spark's bringing her toy for me. That's selfless in that you're going to fulfill your needs as well so that you can be better to fill the needs of others. Um, and I'm sure I've talked about her before in videos. Spark is my deaf cat. She likes to play. She's like my Velcro. So um, I always play with her after my readings, but she's probably like, hey, look, I'm looking at the clock and you should have done these already. Okay, so let's clarify. Let's clarify the Seven of Wands. Spirit, what guidance do you have for the collective for this Seven of Wands? Okay, that one flew out, so that was important. That one flipped. All right, so we have the Four of Pentacles, the Five of Swords, and the Knight of Cups. So this setting of your boundaries, it's a challenge because you're wanting to sit in it, right? The Four of Pentacles is about, it's stubborn, it's aligning your head and heart, right? It's not stubborn, that's the Four of Cups. But I heard stubborn. So don't be stubborn about it, right? Align your head and your heart. What is it that you really want? The Five of Swords is about a struggle, but it's a struggle within you, right? It can be a struggle with others, but this one is a struggle within you. And this Knight of Cups is about a loving blessing, a loving offering, right? So offer that love to yourself, right? Be kind to yourself. Give yourself grace. I believe the weekend tarot focus from last year was last year. Wow, could be from last year. From last week was about also giving yourself grace and being kind to yourself, right? We're all part of the collective, so we have to take care of ourselves as well as others, okay? So just go ahead and take your time to align your focus, but know that, like this Five of Swords, in the traditional Rider-Waite card, you have someone who has three swords in his or her hands, two swords on the ground, and people are walking away. Well, those two others signify you in different stages. So in this Five of Swords, you're in that stage, like the Hierophant. The Hierophant has three, there's threes in the Hierophant, right? There's three people, there's three bars on his staff, and then he has three crowns, right? Three stages on his crown, and those are about beginner, intermediate, and mastery. So you might be in the different stages of learning how to give yourself that credit, right? I heard credit, or that what's the word? Permission to do these things, to put yourself first. Okay, let's get clarification on this tower. Let's see how is this tower affecting everything. It's from the recent past. Spirit, please give the collective guidance on this tower. Okay. The Nine of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, and the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so Pentacles. Pentacles is about worth, right? Pentacles is about your foundation, your stability. It could be about your job. Maybe there was a sudden, I just heard there was a sudden, for some of you, a sudden change in your job. That could give you the self-worth. Can't think of the word. Questioning your self-worth. Because, I don't know, maybe you lost your job. Maybe your job changed. Maybe you got someone else got promoted over you, right? Believe me, I know those feelings and they are real, right? And it's okay to have those feelings. But this sudden change, I'm seeing the 10 of Swords, and the Ten of Swords is about change that's for your best and highest good. So, um, that's the overall feeling I'm getting for this, is that this movement, this putting yourself first, this filling your own cup, moving forward, even if you move in little stages, right? The Chariot is always moving forward, even if it's the slightest a bit. Just know that just every time you move forward, you're going to see more and more in front of you. So those doubts, like, I don't know if I'm going in the right direction, take a step forward and then see what's coming at you. Is it more clarity? Is it more information to say, okay, yes, please come forward, but kind of go this way or kind of go that way? You know what I mean? And then the Eight of Pentacles is about work. It's going to take work, right? You're going to have to make this choice. Or you had to make a choice because this was in your recent past. But it's still whatever choice. You're still making a choice here. Let's get clarification on this Chariot in your near future. Spirit, what does the collective need to know about this? That's too many cards. This is the Seer deck. I love this deck. The Queen of Cups, nurturing yourself, right? The Ace of Swords came up, so that means what I said is true. And then you have the Ace of Pentacles. You have two aces here. So this moving forward, right, this near future is about making sure that you nurture yourself, making sure that you are following your own truth. This Ace of Swords, right? That's beginnings, new beginnings with truth. And this Ace of Pentacles is about planting seeds. What is it that you want, right? I want to read the staff, right? This was what, 51? I think. Without looking. Yes. Okay. The message of this card is, you know how to flow easily between polarities, how to weigh all possibilities and instinctively select the right path. Trust your inner wisdom and take the first step on a journey that your heart has already embarked on. Use the power of the staff to unite what appears to be divided, to find the delicate balance between will and surrender. So, and it says that the staff symbol is authority. It holds the power to temper extremes. The staff helps you find the right course of action, the why of the middle, and aids you to maintain your balance after you begin walking in that direction. You know the way. You know what it is that you need to do. Trust your intuition. Trust your higher power. You got a lot of parts moving here, but you just have to trust yourself. Is it going to be work? Is it going to be a struggle? Yes, it is. Don't forget, you cannot pour from an empty cup. So don't forget to fill your own cup, right? You are not 100% if your cup is half full, right? And there's nothing wrong with putting other people ahead of you should that circumstance require that. But just know that you have to fill your own cup too. You're important too. You need to put yourself on the same level as everybody else. Being selfless is not selfish. It's called self-care and self-love, okay? So you're on a new path forward, right? And you don't have to move so fast. You can still align your heart and your head. You can still take your time to do that. But don't forget to trust your intuition. You know what's best for you. You have the knowledge and experience, right? Trust that within yourself. Plant seeds for this new growth, this new self-growth that you're going through. And yes, it's going to be some work and it's going to take some time, but you just have to trust yourself. Trust that you know what you're doing. And once you take those little steps forward, you're going to see that things are opening up for you and things are showing you that you're on the right path. Okay? Thank you so much for all the likes and subscribes. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you are not new to my channel, welcome back. And if you are not subscribed yet, please do so. And don't forget to smash that like button so that others can see this message as well. And if you know someone who needs to hear this message, please share it with them. And if you'd like to support my channel, please buy me a coffee, right? There's a link. Well, I'm pointing this way, but I think it's going to be that way. So you can just scan it, right? So, or there's also a link in the description box below. And until next time, have a good day.